Shalom. We're the ISUPK under commanding General Yohana. Started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We teach that blacks, Latinos, First Nation man and woman are the chosen of the Most High God. The Israelites that the Bible speaks about. And of course, the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks about. So today, we're going to talk about some black business, black family business. We're going to talk about our rights, our wrongs, how to get out of this hell that we're in today. Let me get Baruch 4:1. Let me get the book of Baruch 4:1. You got that for me? All right, listen up, Israel. When I say Israel, I'm talking to blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people. You got that for me?
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God, and the law that endureth forever. All that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
This is the book of the commandments of God, the Bible, the King James Version Bible, originally 73 books, until they canonized it and took it down to 66, means sanctioned it, the Roman Catholic Church. But this Bible is going to let you know your rights, your wrongs, your past, your present, your future. Read that again from the top for me.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God.
The commandments, laws, statutes, ordinances. You heard of laws, right? America has laws too, right? But this is the laws of God, the Most High God.
And the law that endureth forever.
What does it mean to endure? It means to stand the test of time. It's to hold firm. This Bible is the answer. You understand? This Bible is the answer to endure forever.
All they that keep it shall come to life.
Every one of the 12 tribes, blacks, Hispanics, First Nation man and woman, you keep these laws, statutes, commands in the Bible, you will come to life. What does it mean by coming to life? Because if you don't have the laws, statutes, commands of the Most High God, you are dead spiritually. You understand that? You are dead spiritually, what can also lead to a physical death. You understand that? Read that again.
All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Right. You see what's going on in the black communities? It's been going on for over, what, 400 years have been here in America? You see what the police do to us day in and day out? You see what drugs have done to our communities? You see our sisters being single-parent mothers, fathers being locked up, thrown in prison? And you know why this is? Because we have gotten away from serving our God. We have followed the laws and things of this nation, America, the oppressor, the devil that the Bible speaks about. We are not keeping God's laws.
That's right.
Again for the top.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God, and the law that endureth forever. All that they keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Right, again, this Bible, King James Version Bible. And the reason why I break this out also is because there's a lot of other things out here that claim to have knowledge. You got the Egyptian Book of the Dead, right? You got the Quran. You got books by so-called celebrities, you know what I mean? But even in the Quran, in Surah, what is it, 2.0, it says that the children of Israel, and they worship Allah, a God that is not a God. You understand that? So don't be fooled by these other religions. This is what it is. The blacks, Hispanics, First Nation man and woman, the King James Version Bible, we serve the Most High God, who is one. Christianity, what does Christianity give you? Caesar Borgia, the son of what? Pope Alexander, right? He was a, what was he, a homosexual? Caesar Borgia, white Jesus, Edomite Jesus. You understand that? That is not a God. And that's what the Christian church gives you. And you know, if you're growing up in the black community, we've all been taught to worship white Jesus. Blonde hair, blue eyes. It's on grandma's wall. You know what I mean? Mommy's wall. You understand? You waking up early Sunday morning, running to get to church, Sunday school. Then you got the church service after that. And also, you gotta understand that these Christian pastors, they don't actually teach you to do anything that the Bible says. They're going to have you collect, you know, they're going to collect tithes. You understand? They're going to lie to you. They're going to tell you that, you know, the Lord accepts the LGBT community. They're going to tell you that the Lord is okay. You can eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. But these are lies, and we're going to prove this in the Bible. One more time from the top.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but but such as leaveth shall die.
So understand this, black man and black woman. If you want to live, you don't want to be spiritually dead, you have to get into this Bible. You understand? Not the watered-down version that the Christian church teaches you, because they don't actually teach you the commands and the laws. The ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, that's where you're going to learn it out. You understand? That's where you're going to learn it at. The priests here keep the laws. Commanding General Yohana is a great man. You understand? He does exactly everything he says he's going to do. He's not going to lie to you like the preachers and the pastors. All right, let me get Salakia. Let me get 1 Samuel 9 and 6. So we're gonna prove that right here. 1 Samuel 9 and 6. That's it. It's that book right there. 1 Samuel 9 and 6. Again, the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana. You got to understand, you can trust Commanding General Yohana. You understand? His reputation is not sullied. You understand? He has not done any wickedness like your Christian pastors have done. Like, you know, the IUIC, Bishop Nathaniel. He's not those guys. The ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana is the only Israelite group, the only one body, one spirit. You understand that? So don't waste your time getting into any Egyptian Book of the Dead, any IUIC, anything that these celebrities teach you. If it's not the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, it's a lie. You understand that? 1 Samuel 9 and 6, if you get that for me. 1 Samuel 9 and 6. I had to put down. Again, ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana. That's who you can trust. Again, his reputation is not sullied. He holds firm. He keeps the laws, statutes, and commands. He does what his fathers taught him. You understand that? He doesn't exalt himself like Bishop Nathaniel in the IUIC. You got that for me? All right, here we go.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 6. And he said unto him, Behold now, there is in this city a man of God.
Understand, this is during the time of the kings. This is Samuel. This was an elder of Israel. He was an important man at the time. You understand? He said in the city there was a man of God. Okay, keep going.
And he is an honorable man.
He is a what?
Honorable man.
He is a what?
Honorable man.
Meaning deserving respect. This man deserves respect. You can't just listen to anyone. It has to be a man that deserves respect. Okay, and follows the Most High God.
All that he saith cometh surely to pass.
Everything the Commanding General Yohana says come to pass. And he teaches what Christ would teach, what the Most High God would say. He doesn't stray off on his own and create things of his own. This is an honorable man.
Downtown today, so.
Now let us go thither.
Come on, sir.
Peradventure he can shew us our way that we should go.
Right. What this is saying is that the ISUPK and the Commanding General Yohana is what you should follow. Because you can trust this organization. You can trust this family. You understand that? Because Commanding General Yohana is an honorable man. He raised up honorable men. He has honorable priests and captains and generals and troopers and everything under the sun. You understand that? So you can trust this organization. We're not going to lie to you like your Christian pastor will just to get your tithe money. You understand that? Read that again for the top.
This is the book of 1 Samuel chapter 9 verse 6. And he said unto him, Behold now, there is in this city a man of God, and he is an honorable man. All that he saith cometh surely to pass. Now let us go thither, peradventure he can shew us our way that we should go.
Right. You can check our resume. We do exactly what we say we're going to do. You understand that? We teach these laws, statutes, and commands. We keep them. You understand that? And our leader, Commanding General Yohana, has done the same thing. He is consistent. You understand that? He is of high regard. You understand that? He has a great reputation that's not been tarnished. When you check the resume of these other people, T.D. Jakes, Joel Osteen, any of these people in the past, you can see some tarnishment in their reputation. Bishop Nathaniel, tarnished. You understand that? He doesn't do what the Most High God says to do. He's in it for the money. You understand that? Let me get Colossians 2 and 8. Again, so we got to understand what we need to look out for. So now that we established that this Bible is the book of the laws of God, you understand that? And this is how we understand our rights and our wrongs. You understand that? Now, we talked about an honorable man, Commanding General Yohana, who we could follow. So now that we have the two, now let's start to get into what we could do to fix ourselves here in this kingdom, in America. And understand this, black man, this is not our kingdom. You understand that? This is still our slavery. This is still our slavery. How do I know? Because we're being murdered at high numbers. We've been being murdered for over 400 years here in America. You understand? We're at the bottom of the social ladder, whatever you want to call it, we're at the bottom. We're in the ghettos. We're in the barrios. You understand that? We got the most sickness, diabetes, cancer, AIDS. We're number one in everything. You understand? This is not our rest. Got that for me? Colossians 2 and 8. Here we go. Colossians 2 and 8.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 2, verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you
Watch out, black man. Black woman, watch out. What does it mean to spoil you? Anybody want to take a guess what it means to spoil you? Anybody want to take a guess? Go ahead. Spoil you means to rob you. Rob you. Beware lest anyone rob you. Now we're going to find out what they robbed you about. Rob you for.
Through philosophy and vain deceit.
What's philosophy? What's philosophy? The thoughts of men. Understand something, that most of the things that we're doing, we're following it because of the philosophy of men and not of the Most High God. That's our problem. We're following men and not what the Most High God says to do. How do you know if it's a man of the Most High? If it doesn't line up with these scriptures, it's not of the Most High God. Okay? Now let's go ahead. Keep going with the baby.
After the tradition of men.
Salakia, vain deceit. So what's something that's vain? Useless, worthless. Let me give you an example. Christmas is worthless. You understand that? Halloween is worthless. Your birthday is worthless. These are useless things that do nothing to anger the Most High God and put you in a bad situation with your Most High God. And understand that you just make America great. You make them rich. And you know, casting all your money into these devils, you understand that we get kicked out of our house. We can't even pay our rent. You understand that? Read that again from the top. Right, the water. Making America great means you stay a slave, like my Adawan said. That's true. Wasn't that Trump's slogan? Make America great again? You know what that meant? That meant keep you as a slave. Because they can't survive, they can't rule unless you are a slave. They've been using us to big up this empire since Egypt. You understand that? They've been using us for all that time. Read that again.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 2, verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men, after the rudiments of the world.
After the rudiments of the world. What does it mean? Principles of the world. Again, these American holidays, those are principles of the world and not after Christ, not after the Most High God. You understand that? You got to check these people's resume. You got to check that pastor. You got to check that imam or whatever they call themselves. See if it lines up with what the scripture says to do. Keep going.
And not after Christ.
Right. These things are after the rudiments of the world, the principles of the world, and not after Christ and the Most High God. Meaning after Christ, meaning, you understand, Christ follows what the Most High God says to do. So if it's not after Christ, it's not after the Most High God. And that's what I'm trying to make you understand, that I ask you if you can to command and general your honor. We follow Christ, who follows the Most High God. Read that again from the top for me.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 2, verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
Right. And you know, growing up here in America, you know, as soon as you're born, they got you celebrating your birthday. You understand that? Birthdays come from the ancient Egyptians. They were the first ones to celebrate their birthdays. You understand that? And the Lord said, after the doings of the land of Egypt are you not to do. You understand that? We don't do what the Egyptians do. You got what? Christmas, right? Halloween, Thanksgiving, New Year's Day. You're going to celebrate New Year's Day or July 4th, Independence of America. You're going to celebrate a day. And I'm saying I'm talking about, if you might not know, but we as a people celebrating, you know, the domination of our own people on Independence Day. You understand that? When two Edomite nations, two white nations fought amongst each other, the Americans who set up the colonies and the British. You understand that? They freed themselves from the British, you understand, and that's what their independence was about. During that time, we were still slaves. We were slaves. We weren't independent from nothing. In the 1800s, 1700s, we were still slaves. So Independence Day can't be talking about us. You understand that? When they wrote that out, it was talking about their people and their people only. One more time for the top of me.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 2, verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
Deuteronomy 7:6. And again, understand, I know, you know what I mean, if you've been celebrating these holidays for all this time, and the priest or prophet said, I ask you, can't come up here and tell you that that's something we're not supposed to be doing, it might be hard for you to accept that first. But guess what? We love our people. We're going to tell you the truth. You understand that? We're going to tell you the truth. We don't want to see you, you know, in any, trials or tribulation by not serving the Most High God. Period, point blank. The Most High God does not like holidays. You understand that? He does not accept holidays. You just got to do what you got to do. We got to do what's right. And the moment we start doing what's right and following the laws, statutes, commands, we can maybe get up out of this kingdom, you know what I mean, and rule. Because that's what we want to do. We want to be in rulership. I mean, come on, black man and black woman. Who don't want to be in rulership? Who don't want to be in rulership? Who don't want to rule? We know that this oppressor is ruling over us right now. I know nobody's here is fine with that. I'm not fine with it. I'm pretty sure nobody in the ISUPK is fine with that. You got slaveries. We got it. Slavery. Work is a slavery to us. You understand that? Waking up, spending 10 and 12-hour shifts at a job that you got to take away from your family. That's a slavery. That's a punishment. You understand? The Edomites, they don't got to do that. A lot of them don't have to do that. We have no choice. You understand that? We have no choice. So celebrating these holidays and not doing what this Bible says to do, you understand, has got us in the conditions we're in. What is that? Transatlantic slave trade. You understand that? Oppression. #1 in cancer, AIDS, diabetes, single parent homes. You understand? Our fathers in jail. And the men are crucial to the family. You understand that? It's like you little brothers right there. You got your father there, a male role model. You understand? You know how much of that can make a difference in your life, having that man there? You understand that? And that's what we have here in the ISUPK under Commander General Hahn. There's plenty of men. You know, Commander General Hahn is the big father. You understand that? And we follow him. You got that for me?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
Now, we're going to prove that these things that they say in America are false. Now, one of the things they talk about in America is that all men are created equal, right? Ain't that what they tell you? Dr. Martin Luther King, little white boys and little black girls and can hold hands and all these things, right? And they say that, you know, everybody's equal, everybody's created equal, right? That's what they say. Read that again from the top.
For thou art an holy people.
Let me tell you what holy means, black man and black woman. Holy means separate. We are supposed to be separate from other nations. When I say other nations, I'm talking about the Edomites, who are the white man, white woman. You understand that? The East Indians. You got Moab, which is the Chinese, Japanese, which is Ammon. These are all different nations. But the Israelites, the 12 tribes, are supposed to be separate from other nations. This is in the Bible. And guess what else that is, black man and black woman? That's racism. The Most High God is a racist. He favors a people over everyone else. And you can ask your Christian pastor if this is true. Because we're reading out of the same Bible. Hold that up for me. We're reading out of the same Bible that's in your Christian church. The same Bible. The Most High God favors a people over other people. Again from the top.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
You hear that? God chose blacks, Hispanics, First Nation man and woman to be a special people unto himself. That's racism. I know a lot of brothers and sisters can't believe that. The Most High God. Salaki.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Read that again.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. Above all people.
Some people.
All people.
Some people.
All people.
You hear that?
That's
the Most High
right.
God said blacks, Hispanics, First Nation man and woman are to be above all people.
That's
What
right.
does that sound like? Sounds like rulership to me. Sounds like racism to me. That's in the Bible.
Sounds like it to me
in
too.
the Christian church. Read that again for the top.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
You hear that? God chose blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation man and woman to rule over everyone else on this planet. You understand that? And because we are not keeping his laws, statutes, and commands, we are in the conditions that we are in. We are in the ghettos. We're in the barrios. You understand that? You see the treatment of the Mexicans at the border, the Haitians at the, what's it, Del Rio International River. You see what they did to us. You understand? The reason why this is going on is because we are not doing what God says to do. We want to keep celebrating holidays. We want to keep smoking weed. Brothers want to have sex with whores. You understand that? We want to eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. These are all abominations to the Most High God.
Let nobody tell you cry. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me.
trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, sold packs, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to Rhythm Man blues for this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good ship. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord?